Hello, and welcome to our show. This is Michaella Brown. We are here at the Nugget Resort and Casino in Reno, Nevada. There's a Gillies around the corner where there's some country line dancing later. We're here to talk about some line dance stuff as well. So, let's hit you with some questions. What is your role in the line dance community, would you say?
It's more just for social. It's a social kind of thing, and just to go out and dance and have a good time.
Are you a dancer, instructor, choreographer, DJ?
Nope.
Just dancer?
Just dancer.
Okay.
Just to do it for fun.
Okie dokie. That answers that question. What brought you to line dancing originally?
Actually, one of my friends saw it, and she was just at GSR because we have the line dancing there. So
Grand Sierra Resort?
Grand Sierra Resort, yes, I should say that. But no, she saw it, and she was out with her own friends and said, "Hey, you're a country girl. You like country in general." She's like, "You should check it out," and I did, and I've been that way ever since. It's been 2 years now, so just been going.
So you were already into country music?
Yes, absolutely, yeah.
When did that start?
I just grew up with it. Grew up with country music. Of course, I listen to other things, other genres. Of course, I like other genres as well. It's not like I'm strictly country by any means. So.
All right. And I have seen you on the dance floor doing some crazy spinny stuff. What other kind of dance do you do?
None. Just the. Well, I mean, okay. I guess two-step and swing would be something else I would do. But otherwise, I don't do any kind of lessons or anything like that. Just dancing, picking it up.
All right. Well, as one of our resident experts on the line dance scene here in the Reno Sparks area, how would you describe it when you started going? What was the scene like? How many people would go? How many places were there?
As far as I knew, there was just GSR. We didn't have Gillies yet, and it was insane. Like the amount of people that would go on Fridays. Saturdays were always busier, of course, but Fridays and Saturdays, it was packed. Like you couldn't even have a seat. There was just people around the dance floor just standing because there was so many, and you've seen how big, it is in there. It's very big. So there used to be a lot of people there. It has changed a lot. I don't know, we had our tragic event with Jamie passing away and all of that. So
He was the DJ there.
He was a DJ there, yeah. And he probably made a big impact on that. He had started out and he was great, and we had tons of people going. I think a lot of people's lives just changed. People are moving places and doing things with their lives and just stopped going. So a lot has changed with the people that go there now. We used to have there's always those groups of people that always go, but now there's way different people that go. Like the group that goes there now is way different than what it was 2 years ago. I'm not really 100% sure why it slowed down so much, to be honest with you. I don't know. Maybe because Gillies opened? That could be something, because GSR was the only place to go for line dancing for a while. And then Gillies opened, and here we are. So.
Are the age groups the same that go to these different places?
Yeah, so you always have, we have our older group, and we have a younger group.
Younger meaning?
Younger's in like 20s to 30s would be younger group, and then probably 50s, 60s would be our older group. So.
Are these all 21 and over places?
Yes, yeah, absolutely. There is CBQ. Maybe that could be a possibility why it's so spread out now. Why there's not only just one place to go. So there's groups for each place, I guess. Because I don't ever go to CBQ. I've been a few times, but I don't go anymore as often. It's just I don't honestly know why. It's so far out there. So.
How do people find out about these places when they decide
word
to
of
go?
mouth. Of course, we're all a community. We're a line dancing community. So if you're hanging out, you're talking. However they find out, you find out eventually that something's coming out, or you see it on social media, or you hear it on the news or something like that. Like when Gillies opened, it was a huge deal. You see billboards and signs all over the place. So.
How is it portrayed in this area? Like when people think of country line dancing here, what would they associate with that for these particular places?
I guess just country people, cowboy hats, plaid shirts, cowboy boots and things like that. I'm not sure associating.
Some places, I guess, have more of like a club aspect to them.
Okay.
And other like if you just said line dancing, some people they would immediately think like colored lights, dancing
Oh, okay,
people,
okay.
and then other people would be like, okay, so some hay to sit on and maybe some saddles.
Yeah, I don't think it's that that extensive here. I don't think it's like that country here as far as like hay bales and stuff and like a dirt dance floor. Definitely not. It would be more of a club, lights and things like that. Like a dance floor that's definitely for just the line dancing is definitely part of it. But yeah.
What is it that you like about line dance?
I don't know. The challenge that it kind of gives you while you're dancing is not just doing whatever. You actually have a purpose on what to do. It's fun learning them. It's the people, the community in general is just really fun. Everyone's really nice. Everyone's really, they'll teach you no matter what. You get in there and they're like, hey, I'll help you with this one or whatever it is. They're just really nice. I love dance, I guess, in general. So it kind of just sparks that a little bit and helps me keep that up in my life. It's definitely a fitness aspect, for sure, for anybody. So I recommend it if anyone wants to, get in shape. Definitely line dance and challenge yourself, for sure. Like when you're doing a line dance, put an extra spin in there or add something that's kind of unique to you. So I think that's cool too, that you can kind of change it up and stay on beat at the same time.
How long did it take for you, after learning the initial steps when you first started going, how long did it take for you
Feel comfortable?
to like put your own stuff on it?
It took a few times. Maybe I probably would have to do it for at least maybe a month to actually feel really comfortable with actually counting and doing an extra spin or doing a different step or putting something else in there or adding something to it, because I'd have to think about it. I'd have to make sure that I'm like, okay, this is coming next, and then put my step in there. So.
When you say a month, how many nights per week would that entail, and how many hours per night?
I used to go Thursday, Friday, Saturday every week. From 10 o'clock till it started until 2:30 in the morning. So I used to do that for a good year. That was my first year, and that may be why I'm more comfortable now. Going out, once or twice a week, once or twice a week on the weekends for a few hours, maybe 4 or 5 hours, and then still being able to put my own stuff in there because I'm put so much time in on the ones that I do know, and then I do them now, and it's easy to just kind of put something in there. So I guess maybe it does take a lot of time to feel comfortable doing that.
Is there a personal style that you would say you have, as far as if somebody tried to just imagine you doing whatever given dance, they'd say, oh, well, she's probably going to throw in this, that, and the other. What is it that you like to do?
I probably do a lot of spins, and that probably comes from people that I learned from as far as line dancing goes, and swing dancing in general. I feel really comfortable with spinning and stuff like that. I do a lot of more hip hoppy moves, booty shaking and stuff like that. So I'll do more of that than that people will probably say, oh yeah, that would be Michaella. That would be her. So, yeah.
And how do you and your friends usually dress when you go to any of these places?
Well, Novi, our new country bar here, is a little bit more clubby, so it depends on where I'm going. But most of the time, in general, we're always wearing pants, shorts, a tank top, or a cute blouse, and then just cowboy boots, whatever you want to say.
You see many hats?
Not on women. We see a lot on men, but a lot of the times that means it doesn't mean that they don't dance, but a lot of times those ones don't dance, which is really funny to me. The ones with the cowboy hats aren't usually on the dance floor. They're more like the rancher cowboys, that sit on the side and drink beer.
So. Yeah, what are the backgrounds of the people who go to these kinds of places or in this area?
I think it's a huge mixture. It's not. I don't think it's just one thing or the other, or everyone here in Reno is just there's tons of people here. There's tons of different backgrounds. Everyone has their own kind of thing. I'm not a rancher or anything like that, but there's definitely ranchers out there that dance. Absolutely. So yeah, I don't think there's a pinpoint answer for that actually.
Interesting. Are there any people that you think should be going line dancing?
I think everyone should line dance.
Really?
I do. Yeah, it's fun. It's fun, and if you mess up, nobody cares. It's not, it's a very carefree kind of environment, and I know some people do get really serious about it, but the competitions. But everyone messes up, right? Everyone has their own little thing. But yeah, I think everyone should at least come out and learn, 1 or 2 line dances and see if they like it. It's fun. It kind of teaches you that you don't always have to be at a club to dance. And there's other types of dancing out there that is just as fun and satisfying to yourself. So.
How would you recommend that people learn these dances?
Well, I mean, it's hard because before I didn't know how to line dance, I was just hopping in on the floor, getting in on the fly and and learning myself on there. And I know that frustrates a lot of the senior line dancers. So me being a so-called senior line dancer now, I will definitely help them when they come on the floor because I know how it was when I was there. But it does get a little frustrating when you're definitely trying to you're like, oh, I really like this song and I want to do it, but this guy next to me is, kind of messing me up a little bit. So ideally it would be, asking one of the senior ones to teach you on the side, or hopping in. I mean, someone's going to help you. Someone is going to help you. It may suck sometimes, but I think that's just how we are. We're our line dance community should be accepting and nice and just, help out when they get a chance.
Are any of these groups that you've described, are any of them on dance teams, or do they just kind of casually?
Not that I know of. I think everyone here, we kind of just do it for fun. It's just a social thing. We go out and we dance and we have a good time, and then we all go home. I don't know if I would have time to do a line dancing actual competitive group. That would be cool, but I don't know when I would have time to actually do it.
When you go out to these places, do you tend to go more alone, or have you ever gone alone?
Yeah, absolutely. I started going alone. Actually, when my friends told me about it, they don't actually do. It's my coworkers. They didn't actually country dance at all. They just saw it and thought of me, and I was really nice to them, and they brought me there a couple times with them. And then after that, I just got hooked, and I started going 3 times a week, and wanting to go and go and go. And I would go by myself until I started actually meeting people in that community, and they kind of took me in and helped me out, and I just kind of have grown from there with the friends that I've made and things like that. It's almost guaranteed that if I go out by myself, I will see someone that I know. So it's not bad. So I'll go out with someone or by myself. Either way, it doesn't matter. Yes.
Do you have favorite dances that you always request when you go to a place?
No, actually, I rarely ever request songs.
Wow.
A lot of the time, because I just like to dance just to dance. So if someone asks me, they're like, hey, I really want to hear this song, I'll request it for them. But a lot of the times, I like all of the line dances, so I'll usually try and do all of them. I don't know all of them yet. Chill Factor is definitely one that I want to get down, but I haven't learned it yet. And there's a couple other ones I can't think of off the top of my head right now, but yeah.
Are there any steps in addition to the spins that you mentioned that feel like a good fit for you, that whenever they come up in a dance, you're like, oh, I'm so glad it has a couple of these in there?
I don't know. No. No, I don't think that there's nothing specific that I can think of that I'm in. I like all of them. I like doing all the steps. I like doing all the moves and kind of getting into it and then figuring out my own way to change it.
All right. Let's take a look at some of the questions here. Oh, do you have a favorite venue in this area? And if so, what keeps you coming back to that one?
Things have changed so much recently that honestly, we were at Gillies last night. Gillies was probably Novi were the 2 funnest places to be. I used to go to GSR a lot. Used to love it. Jamie was there, our DJ, and that might be one of the reasons why we follow our DJs. Definitely, we follow the people that play our songs, that play the music that we want to hear. So I don't know. I guess I don't know my favorite one anymore.
Oh wow.
Yeah, I did like GSR a lot, and then Gillies was really fun last night, and Novi was fun too. It gets a little crowded later on, but it was fun. So it's hard to say. Definitely hard to say.
What are the important aspects of a place that contribute to your enjoyment of it? Whether it's lights, sounds, people, floor.
Well, yeah, I guess atmosphere. So the people would be the first thing. It's always nice to have dance floor etiquette, so people that know not to spill the drink all over the floors, you can still dance and everything like that. People that know to stay off the dance floor if they're not doing a line dance, or in the middle if they're doing a swing and we're doing a circle dance or partner dance on the outside. I guess the music is a huge deal too, playing the right kind of music that we want to listen to, right, line dances or songs that we can line dance to. It doesn't have to be a specific song, just line dances. Like, even if the DJ mentions something like, hey, you can do this to this song, okay, cool, let's do it, totally okay with that. I guess lights. Lights is a huge thing. I like lighting. I like. I don't like the bright lights. We don't have to have. I like the cool like clubby lights. Those are fun because then you could. I don't know. I don't know what it is. It's just the atmosphere. I guess would be ideal. I like a bigger dance floor. An oblong dance floors like Gillies is kind of awkward and weird.
Like a kidney.
Yeah, like a little half banana thing. Yeah, so that's kind of weird. I wish they would have kind of, taken less of the bar scene out and put more of a dance floor in. But that's okay. Yeah, so bigger dance floor, lights, good music, good people, I guess.
Have you ever been to a place that was so bad that you would just never go back?
Here?
Anywhere?
Oh, no, not really. No, I'll line dance in my backyard, so it's like, I don't know.
Could you imagine a place that just does everything wrong? Like, what would be the things, what mistakes should other places avoid if they're thinking of starting a new place?
Okay, so dance floor etiquette is huge. Definitely keeping your drinks off the dance floor, understanding where to be when certain dances are going on, definitely. I don't know, offering lessons.
Mm-hmm.
So if they don't offer lessons, that would be upsetting, I guess, because you always, why line dance if you don't have anybody else coming in to learn? So you're not creating that connection with everyone else. Gosh, I don't know. The DJ has to be like fun, I guess, willing to play other songs besides it. It's not just what the DJ wants. It should be what the people want, what you're, and be able to read the crowd a little bit and say, okay, you know what, they like doing this more than they like this, or, whatever. I think that's about it. Dance floor etiquette, I think, is the biggest problem with any venue.
And what can we as people in the line dance community do to help with that, with making the scene stronger, make people want to keep coming and dancing with us? What can we do to be good citizens of line dance?
I think inviting more people to be on the floor, because a lot like at Novi, we there's a very select few that go there that actually know how to line dance, because a lot of people come there and they have no idea. They think it's just another club. So inviting them on the floor, I invited, 2 or 3 girls on the floor, and they followed me and they had a blast. So I bringing them in, not having that mentality that we're better than you because we line dance and you can't do it. It should be welcoming to everyone. Have a smile on your face while you're dancing. Let everyone know that it's okay that you mess up, or you bump into them or whatever. A lot of people get upset about it. So I think just being open-minded and welcoming to everyone is a huge deal, especially for line dancers. Because we take over the floor. Sorry.
We tend to do that, that's true. Have you personally encountered any kinds of, there are 3 C's here, conflicts in the line dance community, criticisms for being involved with line dance, or challenges, like personal challenges for you in line dance?
I haven't had any conflicts or any kind of criticism by any means. I don't think anyone could really criticize me, because it's so fun. It's so fun, and I like it, and they don't have to like it. Not everyone has to like line dancing, so I don't think criticizing happens. Sometimes you'll get that random person that's like, oh, it's like this hokey pokey, you know what I mean? But once they see it, once they experience it, or just even show them a video, I always show, I'm like, but look at it, it's fun, look at the video, and they're like, oh my gosh, that's actually really cool. So a lot of the times it's just a misconception of what it actually is. They're just like, oh, what's line dancing? That sounds like hay bales and dirt, you know what I mean? So out back road somewhere. So you show them just being able to express, your love for it, and show them and be like, hey, it's actually not as bad as you think, or it's not as weird as you think it is. So and then they kind of accept it and either continue with what they think, or they change their mind a little bit and maybe they'll come out. Who knows? I haven't had any conflicts. There's the dance floor etiquette. People, when I first started, of course, I had a little bit of conflict where they're like, you know this song, get off the dance floor. I'm like, no, I'm sorry. So that's always a big deal. And then challenges in my life. Explain that one a little bit more.
Have there been any experiences that you've had that have maybe made you think, oh, well, maybe I'm done with this. Like, this part here is too hard,
no.
There aren't enough good places to go. Like, has anything ever made you almost quit?
No. Well, okay. Yes and no. So in GSR, when Jamie passed away, we definitely had a hard time finding a DJ and getting things worked out there, and there was tons of drama. I had no clue what it was, but there was tons of drama involved in all of that stuff. So I think that kind of took people away from it, from going there in any way, and maybe just from line dancing for a little bit too, just because there was so much drama involved that was talked about to us that we definitely didn't need to know about. They could just said we're getting a new DJ, still come out same days, stuff like that. So I don't think you can ever take a line dancer away from the dance floor. I mean, they're always going to want to come back. They're always going to, you hear the song on the radio in your car and you're like, kind of doing the steps in your head. So yeah, I guess that would be the only challenge is, finding your DJ missing, or, is gone or passed away or whatever it is that happens. You get a new DJ. I think that kind of throws people off a little bit.
Speaking of hearing songs on the radio, do you ever see or experience things in just everyday life that remind you of line dance, or that you see parallels with line dance in? I don't know. I mean, I guess you can kind of incorporate line dancing into anything and everything you do. It's just steps. You take steps and you repeat them, and so it's like almost going to work every day, right? It's like you're going those 4 walls. You're gonna keep doing the same thing. So you're going to work every day. You're gonna keep doing the same thing. Yeah, I don't know. It's kind of a hard question, but. Yeah, for me, one of the ones that I see sometimes is pro wrestling, because they have the colored lights.
Oh, okay,
you got the
yeah.
people dressing up, for the occasion.
Yeah.
Previously choreographed things that they can add their own spin on, and then maybe do a little improv with, a bit of pageantry with like the music and all that. So that's what I
good.
see a lot.
Okay, that makes sense. Mine's all about work. That probably makes no sense.
That's right. Let's see. What methods have you seen from instructors that have been particularly effective that you have applied with learning yourself or seen other people use to improve themselves in
repetition, I guess. For me, it's repetition. I don't know. I don't. Instructors don't usually. It's just like asking a friend to help me. Kind of is how it feels. I'd rather have a friend tell me than an actual instructor, I guess, because they're trying to focus on an entire crowd, and when it's just you and your friend, they're like, oh no, like this is how it's actually this way, and you can restart and stop whenever you want. But I guess actually saying the steps in my head is what has helped me personally. Making sure I tell myself that it's right, left, step, turn, whatever it is. Then I stand cue. A lot of times I listen to the music rather than doing just the steps to the line dance. Just because if you listen to the music, you get a little bit of more of your own personality added to it rather than just step. Step, turn, step. I'm just kidding. But yeah.
Let's see here. Oh, are there any dances that you just plain do not do? Let me double check the time here. Oh yeah, we're doing all right. Are there any dances that you see other people doing and you're just like, nope, I don't need to learn that one, not for me?
No. I want to learn all of them. I want to do all of them. I don't always want to do all of them every time. I'm sure, because some of them get overplayed. There's times where we've done Drifter like 6 times in one night, and I'm like, I'm just so tired of doing the Drifter. But there's not one time where I'm not like ready to get up and get on the floor by any means. Like I enjoy it. So I still have a lot to learn, but everyone does, I guess.
I was going to ask you if there are any dances that you don't do that you do enjoy watching, but it sounds like you're going to learn all of them.
I'm going to do all of them.
Oh, what questions should people be asking about line dance? Like, what is not being discussed enough about it?
How fun it is, I guess. A lot of the times people, like, oh, it's a lot of work, it's all this stuff. But it's really fun. They say, it's hard. That's like literally one of the biggest things. It's like, oh, it's or they're embarrassed, or they don't want to mess up, or something like that. Yeah, I want everyone to be friendly and just be like, hey. Everyone gets that dancer's complex where they get to be good, and then there's like, I don't need anybody else. I don't need to learn. I don't need anybody. So I think we need to step away from that and just bring people in and let them know, hey, it's not really that hard. We can all do it. We all started somewhere, right? We didn't all just come out this good. that's the biggest thing, is that it's hard.
How would you help to rein in a person's ego if they get that dancer's complex? Or if you notice yourself getting that, like what should
I
you tell
definitely did
yourself?
for a little bit. Yeah, I was like, I ain't good at all of these, but I just saw, people sitting on the side, and I kind of clicked in my head. I'm like, oh, I remember being that person. I remember being that little kid on the side just wanting to play ball. So it's a nice feeling just to bring them in and teach them something, and then have them smiling and being like, oh, that was awesome, thank you. So yeah, I don't know. I think that would be a good thing for people to just kind of step back and look at themselves and be like, hey, I'm good, but let's spread the wealth. Let's, I want to show everyone else what they can do, what they're capable of, because everyone's capable of doing it. So I wouldn't personally go tell someone that has that issue and be like, hey, you need to do this. It's I don't know if it's something that they can just realize themselves eventually, or if they don't, then there's always going to be those people, no matter what. There's always going to be those people. There's going to be helpful people. There's going to be people that don't really care. So, yeah.
What do you see and or hope for line dancing's future?
I just hope it just continues to grow and do what it's been doing for a while now. More new line dances. Of course, there's always people coming up with new line dances, so that's always cool. Variations. I'd like for a lot of the line dances to be. I love country music, but a lot of them, it's fun to do line dances to other songs that aren't country. So, yeah, I think that would be a good way to evolve, is kind of, not totally geared towards other genres, but, start incorporating other genres into country music, doing more of, compilation dances, so, putting other dances together and making a new dance. I know I've seen a couple of those. You've done a few of those. So they look fun, and they look creative, and that's awesome. And I have yet to learn them, and I have yet to keep up, but eventually, yeah.
What are some problems in line dance that still have not been solved, do you think?
Gosh. And I think we're always going to have a problem with dance etiquette. I think we're always going to have a problem, trying to teach well. Everyone learns at their own rate. Everyone learns at different. So having those lessons is great, but they're going to need extra time. Someone's going to need no time, and so I guess there's just going to be constant things. It's more of a human nature kind of thing than anything else. I don't think there's any issues with line dancing itself, though. It's dancing. It's fun. It's always going to be fun. There's no problem. There shouldn't be a problem there anyway.
Okay. Oh, this one's a little out of left field, but what line dances do you think should have taken off more than they did, and just maybe don't get the play they deserve?
I think I did mention slap and leather to you before this, but yeah, I do. I think that the older ones should be brought up a little bit more and taught more, because I see a lot of people that come in and they're older line dancers. They're like, oh, we've been doing this one for years, and I had no idea it even existed. So I think a lot of those should be brought back in, or just mentioned and taught a little bit, maybe.
All right, I've got a couple more questions for you. One, is there anything else that you would like to say to or ask of any of our listeners and viewers here today?
No, I just be happy, be nice, be happy that you're dancing, that you're having a good time, and bring other people into it. Those people on the side that are hanging out by themselves, or they're there for a reason. Maybe it's just to watch. If that's what they want to do, then they'll tell you that. But get them on the dance floor, help them out. Let them know it's not all about being the best.
And final question, what dance should everyone go out and learn right now?
Right now, I think everyone should learn, oh gosh, what is, I just learned Sweet Sensation about 2 months ago, so I think that's the one, and it's super fun. Sweet Sensation is definitely one of my favorites. I need to learn Chill Factor, so everyone else needs to learn Chill Factor. That's what needs to happen.
Okay. Yeah, that way you'll have some company on the dance floor.
Exactly. Yeah.
Well, thank you very much for coming out, Michaella.
Absolutely. Thank you.
And we'll see you next time.
Bye.